Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast, enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers Stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
Welcome to the Men's Room Appy Hour, broadcast exclusively on Odyssey. Let the shenanigans begin.
All the fellas, welcome to Men's Room Happy Hour, episode number 1742. Thank you for joining us.
Crowd goes wild.
Exclusively on Odyssey, the Odyssey app.
Exclusively.
Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah. Oh, we're back for a brand new year. If you've hopefully caught the program in the last week, you know that we launched a brand new beer with Black Raven. It's 20 years for us here in Seattle. And with that, the fine folks at Black Raven, they launched our 20th anniversary lager in celebration. So it doesn't seem like it's been here for 20. We've been here for 20 years. Time goes by fast. But in celebration, what better way to do it than have a special brew for the year?
Yeah.
There's no better way.
I mean, I don't want a 20-year. What is 20 years? Is that silver? Is that?
I looked it up with my wife because I'm like, because the beer's in a silver can. So I said, is it the silver anniversary? She said, it's the emerald anniversary. That's what it is. Yeah, because she said the 25th. I just had this conversation over the week. That's why I asked. I said, well, it's in a silver can, so it must be the silver anniversary. And women tend to know these things. So she's like, the 25th is the silver anniversary. And apparently, I should have known that.
According to this, it's China.
China.
We get China.
Yeah.
China.
The country.
China.
I want the country along with Canada and Mexico.
China.
She had a huge China.
Huge China.
Huge China.
She took off her pants and it was a huge
big
China.
China's
Okay,
huge.
it's the emerald gemstone. You know,
right.
you platinum for your modern gift, and China for your tradition.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll if things time out correctly, we'll get some of the green dye like they do with the Coors Light and dump that into the lager for for St. Patty's Day. You guys ever drank green beer?
Yeah, but I would.
I made green beer myself a couple years back, yes, and I poured way too much frickin' dye into it, and my tongue was green for like 3 days.
They used to have it. They used to have it on tap. I don't know how they did it. I guess they had some kind of mechanism where I swear to God, it was not the most popular. It wasn't the best beer, but they would always take one or two
Bud
kegs.
Light or something.
Yeah. And turn it into green beer. I don't know how they do that, but I bet they know how to do it at Black Raven.
I would take any beer that sells the least at my bar. I'd put the green dye.
Turn it
I feel
green.
like a lot of bars too would just have a keg that
is specifically the green beer.
Yeah.
And I don't even know when they tell you what it is. It's more like it's the St. Patty's Day beer. It's green.
It's back to what you were saying about the ketchup years of it being purple or blue or whatever. It still tastes like ketchup. The beer doesn't change taste.
No, not at all.
You might have an unusual bowel movement the next day. Back to what you were saying about the diet.
But that's the smart thing about a bar, right? So I'm going to give you Bud Light, but I'm not going to call it Bud Light because I made it green. Now, Bud Light itself still on tap. You can get Bud Light, but if you want our special St. Patty's brew, it's Bud Light with the green dye. The difference is if I'm selling you Bud Light for $5, but you order the St. Patty's beer as a special, you get it for $7.50.
Yeah, I know a guy who's got he's got a bar, and what he does is the house beer.
Okay,
so the house beer is a rotating keg of beer. That is the cheapest beer that he can buy on that delivery.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes, and honestly, or if they're just trying to get rid of something.
Think about it. It's like the house wine at a restaurant, right? You go, if it's a restaurant with a wine list, and then they have a house wine. Mm-hmm. The house wine is like, I don't know, whatever the manager had half of left in his refrigerator at the end of the night. Like, that's the one you sell.
Because sometimes people do order specialty kegs. So I asked him, I was like, okay, what have some of the kegs been? And he's like, well, one time it was Genesee.
Whoa.
Not cream ale. Straight Genesee.
I don't know if that's much better.
It was the cheapest keg available, and they had one because somebody ordered like 2 kegs of this stuff. They drank one at the bar, but it was on tap so long that they didn't order the other one. Yeah. It was just people didn't drink it. I don't know if it was bad.
It's a bad beer.
Genesee kind of sucks.
It does not kind of suck.
I've only had the cream ale. I've never had the original.
They're bad. When I lived in upstate New York, so Genesee was brewed there. It's a Genesee River that runs through town. So Genesee, kind of like Natty Boh in Baltimore, Rainier here in Seattle, it's a big freaking deal. And so, like any house you went to, when you went into the garage, there's nothing but empty Genesee cans. Right. So I remember my father, who's a Lowenbrow guy, he brought home Genesee, kind of supporting the team, so to speak. And I'm not old enough to drink at the time, but I remember him just pissing and moaning to my mom about how bad this shit was, and he can't believe that Rochester celebrates this goddamn garbage. But kind of like we do when we have a bottle of booze we don't want. So my mother's like, well, just dump it out and get a new 6-pack. He's like, look, I already spent the fucking money.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink it till it's done. But, like, we'd be watching football or something, and you just watch my dad drink a Genesee, and after every sip, he looked like a kid who tasted their first version of adult medicine. I mean, just his face was like,
Dude, my cousin... He used to drink all that stuff, right? He was just one of those dudes, right? He's got like 3 or 4 kids.
Yeah.
So he would just buy the cheapest beer he could. But we were watching football one day, and I think it was like halftime of the game, and I was like, sorry, Tom. And I hopped in a car with my buddy, and we went out and bought Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Well, he said, this beer sucks.
Yeah,
what was he drinking?
Genesee.
Oh, it was Genesee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was I'm pretty sure he was keeping them in business in Maryland.
So Genesee was one of the beers. Hams was another one of the beers. I don't know if you guys know
I'll drink a ham.
Oh, I've had hams.
Midwestern beer. Not bad. I mean,
it's
seriously,
fine.
not bad at all. He said, and you know this guy, because the business
I know what you're talking about.
The business has been around for a while. But he said right before, around 2000-ish, that his beer, and he called it by the name of the establishment, and he still does, was Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Love a PBR.
Right, but then it became popular.
Correct.
So then he had to put it on the handle as it was, and he could charge twice as much, basically, for the same beer that he'd been selling as his house beer for years, because it was always a dependable, cheap keg.
Right, PBR was so cheap, and then all the hipsters, like the mid-2000s, started drinking it, and then it became like a thing. People were like, well, I drink PBR.
And then it went away.
Yeah, well, it's not good.
Well, I think it finally occurred to the hipsters, like, what are we doing? There's better beer to drink.
Like, we talked about it. It was cheap, and then it got so people were buying it, they started raising the prices.
Well, hey, man, there's some free beers floating around in the fridge here at work. So last night, I grabbed 3 cans, threw them in my bag. I'm just going to drink them when we get home. I get home, I open my bag. My wife says, what's that? I said, there's free beer floating around, so I grabbed 3 to drink here. All of them were non-alcoholic.
Oh!
I didn't realize it. So
how were they?
Sweet. So you're not grabbing those tonight.
Fuck no, I am not.
Yeah. Were they athletic? Athletics are pretty good.
2 of them were Fremont something, right? But when you look at the side of the can, it says IPA in big ass letters. That's all I saw. So I grabbed 2 of those, and then I grabbed a slightly bigger can. I don't remember what style it was supposed to be, but again, didn't read it all the way through. I got home last night. It's the first thing I did when I got home. Give the kids a hug, pull out my beer, because I'm going to crack one of these free beers. I'm like, they're non-alcoholic IPA. I'm like, there's. She's like, well, just try.
Don't you have like a whole refrigerator full of beer in your basement?
No, because I drink it all.
Oh.
But I got lucky yesterday because after my wife was done laughing at me, she let me in on the secret that she had gone to the grocery store and had picked me up a couple sixers of our beer.
All right,
so
cool.
I was like, thank God, because I was pissed when I saw that.
Well, the Athletics, what was it, like 2 summers ago? I don't know. I had a long day, right? Like, it was like helping a buddy run a cookout, this and that. But he lives down the street from Taryn.
All right.
So then I went over to Taryn's in the afternoon, and I'm like, Jesus, man, I need a beer, right? And there's other people with me. So, like, go out in the garage to shop, crack an IPA, crack another one. And on the third one, Taryn looks at me, she goes, do you realize those are NA beers? And I go, no. I
don't care.
Right, so I'm saying those Athletic IPAs are pretty good.
I don't care.
I still got them, I think.
I went through a phase about 6-7 months where I wasn't drinking, and I was drinking those a lot, and I went through them all. I thought Heineken, there were a couple, like, beers that you normally wouldn't buy. Like, Beck's has a good NA. Like, there's a couple beers
because
like
it used to be, like, my dad used to, him and his buddy didn't drink, but they would still watch football and drink 2 cases of goddamn O'Doul's or Sharps.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then,
actually, O'Doul's was one of the better ones. I thought.
But right, that was like the old school one. Then there was like Klausthaler, some German one. But you're right. Over the years, the Heineken one, honestly, I almost like their NA beer more than their regular.
Really?
No, it's good. I mean,
like they have a Heineken Light I like now, but the Heineken came out.
They got a Heineken Zero.
Then you have the Athletics coming out with like craft beers. They even make NA booze now, which is the only thing I have not enjoyed. Because Matt, MCTP from my podcast, right? He quit drinking years ago. So one year he's in town. He goes, man, I want to do a shot with you. I said, all right. He goes, I got this NA whiskey. Fuck it. Sorry, Mike. Like, I'm game. And then we do a shot of it, and I go, I would not drink whiskey just for the taste.
No.
Whereas, I would still drink an NA beer for the taste of beer.
No.
Like, NA liquor is just like, ugh.
There's a lot of stuff that you eat. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I mean, right.
You wouldn't taste it. You would never have pussy flavored
I'm
popcorn.
not drinking whiskey just for the taste. I enjoy the taste, but I also know kind of the side benefit that comes from it, right? So
Correct.
it puts me in a good place. Pussy, it's like, look, if they said this is a pussy-flavored Altoid, like, I'm not buying it. The reason you endure this and don't mind it in the moment is because that moment is something way different.
Yeah. And you have no idea how bad your dick probably tastes.
I don't.
A woman could say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just assume it does.
It seems clean, but just suck on your finger real quick. You tell me how that tastes, because it ain't good.
Like, I get why we're both doing this.
By the way, we were talking earlier about beer names and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know Thrill's tired of hearing it because I won't shut up about it. But Jimmy's Famous Seafood in Baltimore, besides being awesome seafood, awesome bar, I'm like, do you have like a light domestic macro brew on tap? It's kind of my line. She's like, we don't. We have like our personal, like Jimmy's, like our in-house lager.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is good. I go, what is it? She goes, Pita Tears.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Who? PETA? As in PETA?
Because years ago, PETA put up a billboard
no way.
that was like crabs have feelings too or something. And Jimmy's put a billboard over top that was like they taste better with Old Bay or something. So they've had this ongoing thing with PETA So, like, they just make their own beer now, and it's called Pita Tears.
Oh, my.
That is awesome.
And it was good.
It was, I had 3 of them.
Awesome. Speaking of the beer, you can get the beer in the Kroger locations, which include QFCs of the world and Fred Meyer's. Today it comes out on draft. So we'll be able, hopefully by Monday, to give you some locations where we know it's going in. As always, they need to blow a keg to put a keg on.
Correct.
So even though
Who's
it
a
comes
keg?
even though it comes out on Friday.
Hello, I am a keg.
If they have a handle open.
Blow me, you can put another beer in.
They'll put it on. But if not, they're going to wait for a keg to blow. And then when that keg smiles, you know it's done. And then they'll put our beer in there instead.
I'm empty.
But we do have an announcement.
Zipping up his pants. Are you a keg? I am. How did you know?
Through the weekend here on Monday at 4:30. So we're going to have a party to celebrate and do all the stuff
Hell
we
yeah.
normally do. So we'll make that announcement for you then. So that's what's new in the new year. Beer. And a new beer. And by the way, the portion goes of the proceeds go to the Fisher House, the 3 local locations. So you know that much. Any other news we have? Anything else we want to share?
Nah, I mean, we got some news we're sitting on, but we can't say anything.
Yeah.
And I think people will be very happy to hear
We
it.
have some really
and
cool
it's
stuff in
not
the
a
pipeline.
beer. It's not a party, although we do have a party coming up as well. So the beer is out. We got a party coming up. We haven't firmed down the date on that.
Right.
We have something very cool coming up in a couple of weeks that we can't share yet, but it legitimately... It's something that I think everyone will enjoy.
Steve went to management before the end of the year, and he said, one thing for next year, for 2025, can we have a lot of meetings?
That's right.
And they said, yes, you can have more meetings.
All right, nice.
So and then they gave them all to me.
Yeah, so this year,
Thanks, Mike.
this is the year of the meeting.
That's right.
You know?
And also, can you spring shit on us maybe 20 minutes before we need to know on an email?
Structure.
That's going to be super important, especially on the first day back. And you know what, man? They did it.
Yeah.
I just remember opening up emails. I'm like, did you know this? And like, no, I didn't know this either. All right, write it down. Next email, like, Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what? Let's circle back on that.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Talk about our macroeconomic headwinds.
We are going to continue our Men's Room World Tour this year.
We are?
Absolutely.
So we've already got a couple spots in the pipeline there.
So we got a lot of good stuff planned for you. Maybe, we got some different stuff planned, too.
Yeah,
we've never done before.
This is going to be an interesting year. 25 is going to be our year, man. We're 20th anniversary. We're going to do a couple of things that you have not seen before nor experienced with us.
Although I will say this, as we're ramping up for like the World Tour and we're getting all those dates narrowed down, I'm going to say it now. In addition to the World Tour stuff, it is our 20th goddamn anniversary. We should have a party specifically for that.
Correct.
Not as a World Tour date, but just like, hey, man. 20 freaking years. If you had told Hair Club we would have lasted that long, it'd been like, I'll fire them long before that.
What if we should have a segment that way we could get like a 5-minute break during the day? So, like, when we do our end of year spectacular, we just sit back and we listen to bits and stuff like that. We play, and honest to God, they sound brand new to us because at the time you hear them and they're funny, but like anything else, just the next day's the next day and you keep moving on. Like the greatest moments in men's room history.
Yeah.
The 20th, like, dun, 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 great moments in men's room history.
As far as the archive of the
and
things
play
that
like
were
a 2-3 minute clip from wherever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The things that were saved by Ben go all the way back to 2010. So I've got it 15 years back.
Did you find out how to get your stuff back?
I've got those logged onto the main main deal here at work. My external.
What do they call that? A vignette? What is that called?
Vignette. That sounds right.
A little pop, blurb,
little clip there, little blurb.
I mean, even if it was for like the Saturday morning show too.
That's a good call.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, just like, hey, look, we're 20 years.
Hang on, I sent you guys an email there, so I'll just reply to that email there.
You sent us an email?
I sent you guys an email that we're gonna keep a thread here of great ideas.
Oh,
I think it'll be a very long thread.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if we can do that.
You should just call it ideas.
Here we go. For the 20th.
I'm responding yes to that other one you sent us.
Got an invitation on OnlyFans. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting side projects.
Okay.
I need to make some extra coin. 2025 is a little bit
Maybe
hard.
we should do that for OnlyFans. Maybe you like somebody requests something, but we don't let you know. Like someone say, I want to see one of you guys helicopter into the camera, right? But they don't know who's who. So we just stand up there, start swinging it around. They get a guess. Make $5.
I feel like there's a couple that might be obvious.
Yeah, well, maybe. You never know. But yeah, we're excited about the 20 years, man. We really are. So we'll, like anything, sometimes lightning strikes. You come up with a good idea and try to implement that. We're actually planning ahead this year.
That's
kind of the hope.
Yeah, which is...
we're planning ahead because we got some really cool stuff coming down the pike, and then there's things you could do to embellish that.
Well, and they're finally starting to give me the keys, which now we can actually plan ahead instead of waiting for somebody else to plan ahead for us.
It's kind of like getting your driver's license. You can finally drive at night. And without an adult in the car, yeah.
Exactly. Like I'm 20. I've been driving for 4 years now. Like
I've been your DD, man.
Give me the damn keys, man. I got this.
But I have a feeling that you'll find out about the announcement on Monday, 4:30, somehow before we even get to that point.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. They'll put it into the stack.
You just listen. Listen before that, and I'm telling you, man, before we even get a chance to open our goddamn mouth, it'll be all over social. It'll be like up on the website. They'll have posters for the first time ever on buses and shit. Like announcing what we're doing.
I'm going to try just to get a little bit.
God damn it.
But still telling you to listen to 4:30 so Miles can tell you again.
That's right.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like the guy stocking the beer at QFC, he doesn't know that he can't put it out whenever he's got a slot open.
Right.
He all he knows is, hey, man, Men's Room has a new beer. Let's put it out on the shelf, and if you're lucky enough to find it, hopefully you can. And hopefully we'll have some locations as they come around. I know Stevie Shannon, one of our good listeners, sent us an email that he found it at his local QFC. And it was a pretty good size amount.
Oh, yeah.
So we know it's out there, or if it's not, it's going to be. So.
Castle actually sent me a text earlier today of the big old stack that he found. And my guess is that it looks like a Fred Meyer, possibly a QFC, but he's got a big old stack out there. So it might not be in the refrigerated area, because you guys remember when the IPA first launched, it wasn't necessarily in the fridges.
Right. It was next to them,
stacked over there. Yeah. So don't just go to the refrigerated aisle. Look at the end caps.
Look on the end caps for sure.
Yeah, it might be stored warm, but you should be able to find it in there.
Yeah. And that's a good thing. That's the high visibility areas. So if we're there, that's okay. Also, they probably don't have enough room yet in the cold storage to put it in there because they just got the beer.
Right. So. Exactly.
All right, thank you for joining us on the Men's Room Happy Hour, episode number 731.
That's it.
Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Look, we're all human. We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Hey, boys and girls, it's Softy back here. You know, losing weight is one of the greatest victories one can achieve. Trust me, I know. I lost 70 pounds 9 years ago with 30-10 weight loss for life. I also know the journey can be challenging, all right? So recruit a team that can coach you, equip you, and encourage you to success. Call 30-10 Weight Loss for Life. They've helped thousands of people, men and women, lose hundreds of thousands of pounds. If you're ready to lose weight, then say yes. 855-YES-3010. It starts with a free consultation. It starts with a yes. Call 855-YES-3010.